My name is Aaron Eberhard. I'm the multi-axis and hole-making product owner here at CNC Software. I've been here for about 5.5 years now. One of the features that I'm most excited about in Mastercam 2019 is the new deburr toolpath. What it does is it calculates where the edges of a model are and then figures out how to remove just a little bit at the edge, called the burr. And you could do that either by depth or by width of the burr that you prefer. And one of the beautiful things about it is that it fully supports undercutting if you have a tool that'll support it, such as a lollipop mill, or if you have a multi-axis machine. You could lock it down into a simultaneous 4+1 or even 3+2, where you're finding and defining planes and then attacking it that way. Or you can lock it into 3-axis mode if that's all you have available. For Mastercam 2019, one of the areas of focus has been expanding the tools that we could support for our finishing. We call it the Accelerated Finishing Program. It started last year with a singular barrel shape, but this year it's expanded to include taper barrels or circle segments, as well as lens form, which is more of a large radius on the bottom. The big benefit of these tools is that they have an extremely large radius, which gives you a very shallow scallop when you're finishing. It means that you could do significantly less cuts and still achieve a great surface RA, and honestly just a better looking finish significantly faster. We decided to start reworking the whole selection interface. So my team started right at the beginning with a new panel that will control all of your selections and interactions with all of the classic hole-making toolpaths as well as the multi-axis ones. This new panel is live and gives you a dynamic preview of your selections, removals, edits, and anything else you want to do to the toolpath, including sorting, depth filters. All of that is available right when you click and interact with the software. The beautiful thing about it is that all of the quick mask functionality, as well as your Windows selection and filters, work just as they do everywhere else in Mastercam. It really makes it a lot faster and easier to select what you want, whether you're working on a solid or wireframe.
Mastercam's new deburr toolpath makes it easy to break edges on 3, 4, and 5-axis toolpaths, as well as remove burrs from your parts. You can find this toolpath in the application pane of the Multi-Axis Toolpaths gallery. The deburr toolpath works with rounded tools, which include ball mill, tapered ball mill, and lollipop tools. Sharp edges to break can be easily detected, and you can choose to exclude edges from the selection as needed. On the deburr toolpath's Cut Parameters page, use the Auto Detect option to find edges based on selected surfaces. Then, after Mastercam detects the edges, you can choose the edges to exclude. Or choose the User-Defined option to manually select the edges to break or deburr. Control your tool's orientation on the Tool Axis Control page, which supports various types of 3, 4, and 5-axis toolpaths. The 5-axis toolpath includes auto-tilting, which automatically keeps your tool angled properly to prevent collisions. Undercutting is handled automatically as well, with Mastercam positioning the lollipop tool as needed to complete the cut. The Mastercam 2019 deburr toolpath safely deburrs or edge breaks 3D shapes. Working with round tools and supporting 3-axis through 5-axis motion, it can detect gouges when the entire 3D model is selected. In Mastercam 2019, Accelerated Finishing has been extended to support new circle segment tool geometries. In addition to barrel form tools, Mastercam now supports lens form and taper form tools. Circle segment tool profiles include multiple radius segments as well as large radius segments on cutting edges, which can deliver faster results with a better finish. A lens form tool includes a large radius segment across the tooltip in addition to smaller corner radii. The large radius segment lets the tool engage more of the stock and shallow areas of your part, resulting in smaller cusps and increased step over. Taper-form tools include 4 circular segments. In addition to the ball tip and radii at the top and bottom of the taper, the tapered segment itself is a large radius circular segment. This lets the tool more effectively engage part walls and steep areas of your part, resulting in much more efficient multi-axis toolpaths. Compare the results of machining the same feature with a traditional ball end mill and a taper form mill. When you machine this area with a ball end mill, you see that you need a very small step over, resulting in many cutting passes. The maximum step over is only 0.003 of an inch. When you machine the same part feature with a taper form mill, you can see that the tool engages the part much more effectively, resulting in significantly fewer cutting passes. The step over between each pass is 0.25 of an inch, dramatically reducing the machining time. Even with a larger step over, circular segment tool geometry results in smaller cusps for a better finish. The more efficient cutting passes also greatly improve tool life. In previous versions of Mastercam, when selecting point geometry for a toolpath, the drill point selection dialog box would display. In Mastercam 2019, the drill point selection dialog box has been replaced with a toolpath hole definition function panel. Functions that were located on the previous dialog box are still available with the new function panel, such as mask on arc, subprograms, and sorting. The features list displays all the currently selected features. You can use general selection practices to select features to machine, such as window selection. You can also select or deselect points manually. All the changes are live. The options below the features list allow you to select points differently, such as by using mask on arc or copy previous points. You can also move features up and down in the list. Mask on arc allows you to select the center points of arcs with matching diameters. This is helpful for parts with many holes, all with different diameters. Select mask on arc and then select an arc. You can window select the part file, and Mastercam will only select the center points of arcs with the same diameter. In this part file, you can see that only the blue arcs have been selected. All the other arcs have been ignored as they do not have the same diameter. The Change Parameters at Point option displays an overlay, allowing you to set parameters specific to the selected points. You can change general settings, add can text, or alter coolant settings. Depth filters located under the features list allows you to filter out points with the same x-y coordinates but have different z heights. When depth filters is deselected, all features are selected regardless of their z height. By selecting depth filters and setting it to Use Highest Z Depth, only selected entities at the highest Z depth are kept and the rest are filtered out. Use the Sort options to select a sorting pattern that makes the most sense for the point layout in your part. The red point indicates where Mastercam attempts to set the start point. After you have selected a sort method, the relevant options will expand in the function panel. Use these options to further control the selected sorting method. You can also set a tolerance, which determines if a sorted point belongs in the same column as the first sorted point, or if it belongs in the next column. The Toolpath Whole Definition function panel and new selection workflow gives you a smooth modern selection method with live sorting and preview.